You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. But before we get into our intriguing content today, well, our guest is not with us because the internet's down. Live radio. So if you're tuning in to hear Rene Rodriguez, I want to hear him too because he is tremendous. But he's got this massive, beautiful studio, and unfortunately, the internet is down in his neighborhood. So we're going to have to put Rene on hold. Hopefully, he'll be able to connect back in, but it's been down since yesterday. Hey, let me remind you, if you ever have any home or finance related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are operators standing by.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And of course, we are celebrating today. You know, it's pretty bad. I've shared many, many times on our broadcasts, I am probably the world's worst reader. I just get bored. My mind's going a million miles a minute, so I sit down to read a book. I fall asleep at page 1. Audible.com is my salvation because I can actually listen to the books. Audible.com, I've got, hundreds of books in Audible. But we keep coming up. I look at these celebrations, and every day this week we've had something to do with a library. Today's National Library Outreach Day. I guess I don't know. I wonder if we can have another library event tomorrow too. I'm just wondering. We'll see. Sorry, Charlie Day. Student Athlete Day. I hope. Well, I'm not going to say that. Tartan Day, Teflon Day, Walking Day. I walk to the kitchen. I walk back. I walk to the lunchroom. I walk back. Does that count? Child Help National Day of Hope. You know something? Caramel Popcorn Day. That's what we're going with. Caramel popcorn. What's that? What's that one you get at the events? It's a kettle corn. Kettle corn. That's I like that one. Throw a little caramel on top of that. Even if without the caramel, it's good. Let's take a look at the markets today. I don't know if we want to. Dow Jones Industrial Average down 197 points. S&P 500 down 51. NASDAQ down 335. Oil down $2.39 a barrel. Why is all of this happening? Well, it's the Federal Reserve. They're at it again. They got their mouths going, and as much as they can get their mouths going, that's what hurts all of us. So we've got Lyle Brainerd coming up and saying, you know something, we want to clear the balance sheet, reduce. That's where'd my words go? Reduce the balance sheet as quick as possible. So we'll talk about that in the mortgage minute, but she's wanting to reduce the balance sheet of the Federal Reserve. Ms. Brainerd, where were you last year when we should have been hearing this? Unbelievable. So interest rates jumping again. Good morning, Alex. Glad to have you with us. Interest rates jumping again as they've been doing recently because of the commentary from the Federal Reserve. Now, here's the issue. Generally, not always, But generally, when the Federal Reserve releases their minutes, which they will be doing today at about 11 o'clock California time, the bond market usually drops, meaning interest rates go up. With as much as the bond market has been dropping lately, I don't know that it's going to have an effect. Maybe eventually, hopefully, we'll see some good news come out of that. But so far, not such good news. And it seems to be that the Federal Reserve is very happy with letting us go to going into a recession. That just seems to be where the direction we're heading into. They want to get inflation under control. And the way they're going to do that, their idea is, let's see about getting if we have to go into a recession, we go into a recession, so be it. That's pretty much what the Federal Reserve is looking at right now. If they raise interest rates 0.5%, let's talk about this for a minute. Well, let's talk about it for a minute. What the heck? Where does the interest rates come from? What's causing these issues right now? So the Federal Reserve says they want to reduce their balance sheet, or that's what Ms. Brainerd says. She's the vice chair, very, very influential. So they want to decrease the balance sheet. That means there's less demand for bonds. Now, here's the issue with interest rates going up. That means there's less supply, right? Because people aren't taking out new mortgages. New mortgage is what the supply is. Demand is those buying the bonds. Federal Reserve wants to go out and start not buy them and maybe even start selling the bonds. That's going to have even more pressure because it's going to be more supply. If the Federal Reserve is not buying, that's a reduction of demand. If they sell, not only does that reduce demand, but it increases supply. Now, as people go out and buy new houses, that's where the supply comes from. People are going to slow down that purchases. They're already slowing down the refinances. So as they slow down the refinances, that's less supply, or less demand. The Federal Reserve not buying, that's less demand. So here we go. Interest rates should go even higher. Does that matter to you? Well, I'm going to suggest, if you understand the market, and if you're a regular listener of Ron Siegel Radio, you understand these things better than most. You need to be looking at your unique situation, your goals and objectives. Why do I say that? Well, the issue here is if you've got a lot of debt, credit card debt, okay, that's usually high. The president came out and announced today they're not going to have any student loan. They're going to hold the interest rate on student loans at 0 through August 1st. Do you believe that? Here's the issue. Now, if they hold it through August 1st, the government holds $1.6 trillion in student loan debt. If they hold it through the end of August, do you think they're going to let the interest rate start and require payments starting right before the election? No, not a chance. Now, here, in my opinion, here's what the president should have done. Interest rates are at 0, but you've got to start making your payments again. That'll help people get out from the debt because they'll be making a payment that'll go all to principal. And you'll start getting out from under that student loan debt much sooner. Just throw that out there for you. I'm sure the president is listening. Well, if you watched any of the shows, any of the news from yesterday, did you see that? It's a shame watching the president just walking in circles, not knowing what's going on. President Obama was at the White House for the first time. The whole crowd was around President Obama. And President Biden, he was just looking around trying to find somebody to talk to. Well, I'm not going to go there. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, remote work trends mean flexibility for first-time home buyers. And we got a lot more. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We will be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio, your home and mortgage connection.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is, you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions, as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs. Yes, they've got the business owner program. If you're not familiar with the business owner program, you need to give us a call, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. There are several of them that we highly recommend. Business owner program. Dow Jones now down 213 points. NASDAQ down 352, almost 353 points. S&P 500 is down 52 points. Mortgage, the 10-year Treasury up 5 basis points. That's the yield. The mortgage-backed securities are down 9 basis points. Big improvement from earlier today. The bond was really down a lot earlier in the session. So being down only 9 right now is good news. Wouldn't want to say that normally, but that's good news. Remember, interest rates always move in the opposite direction of the bond. And yesterday we have our notice, as we do every day. from our friends at OBMMI, providing the most comprehensive, accurate, timely, and interactive analysis of pricing ever conducted in the mortgage industry, calculated from actual locked rates with consumers across 35% of all mortgage transactions nationwide. 4.99% was what loans locked at yesterday. 4.99%, going back to 90 days back. Let's look at that. January 4th, 3.423. So up a point and a half on the conforming loans since early January. Why is all of this happening? Well, remember last year I told you that the Federal Reserve kept telling us that inflation was transitory. Yeah, it wasn't going to last very long. Transitory, short-lived. And we told you not true, right? You think gas prices are going to roll back? Now, the chief executives of a lot of the gas companies, the oil producers, are sitting in front of Congress today because Congress wants to find out why gas prices are so high. Well, I'm not a chief executive for any oil company, but I can tell you this, Congress, I know it's hard for you to understand, but when you set policy that makes it harder to get oil, makes it more expensive to drill, and you cut out, there's 9,000 dead leases that are worthless that we even heard about during the Obama administration. They're still worthless. They haven't come back to being anything but worthless. If they were worthwhile, the oil companies would be drilling on them. Do you think that they want to collect that, what did I just tell you, $99 a barrel? $99.64 is what oil's trading at right now. If the oil companies could collect that $99.64, don't you think they would be drilling? Unbelievable how these people can try and make us, they think we're a bunch of idiots, but no, they are
such an
idiots.
Such an idiot. Such an idiot.
Yeah, they are. It's unbelievable that they think that the oil companies are gouging or the gas stations are gouging. I just heard one commentary that they said a gas station probably makes more money in the snack shop on a cup of coffee than they make on a tank of gas. Why? Because they're trying to hold the prices down as much as they can, but because of the policies of the administration, gas prices started increasing. The Biden gas hikes. I know he wants to call it the Putin, but this was happening way before Putin. Unbelievable how they want to keep us, but that's the issue. So the gas prices are going up. Did you see the cost of bacon? Eggs are going up. Everything in the grocery store is going up. Inflation is not transitory. So the Federal Reserve will probably at their next meeting increase interest rates by another 0.5%. And we can't figure out exactly what the Federal Reserve wants to do because last week they were buying mortgage-backed securities. This week they're saying, not only do we want to stop buying, but we might want to be selling mortgage-backed securities. What are you going to do? The markets don't like that. Deutsche Bank yesterday said, quote, "We no longer see the Fed achieving a soft landing. Instead, we anticipate that a more aggressive tightening of monetary policy will push the economy into a recession," unquote. If you've been listening to Ron Siegel Radio, that's no surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah, we've been telling you that right along. That's where we're heading. Unreal that it's taking these folks so long to come up with the same information. That's the Mortgage Minute, brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Hey, let's put this into our workshop section, how to have the best underwriting experience. If you're thinking about buying a house, you're going to go through underwriting. There is a lot that goes into getting a home loan, and there are certainly steps you can take to make sure you have the best underwriting experience. I'm going to share the top 3 tips for having the best underwriting experience. Let's begin with tip number 1. Where else would we start? Respond to questions and requests as quickly as possible. Your lender may contact you during the underwrite process. Questions may come up regarding your income or documentation. The underwriter may need additional information about your financial documents, bank statements, other proof of income or assets. It's important to respond to these requests as quickly as you can. Remember that your underwriter cannot proceed or approve your home loan without answers, and the sooner you can provide the answers or information they need, the sooner you can get your loan approved. Which brings us to tip number 2. Be upfront and honest about your finances. Your underwriter will know if you're not honest about your income, credit history, or assets, so there's no use hiding any information. Instead, include notes and explanations for things that may stick out on your credit report or statements, and if they have questions, answer them honestly. They want to be able to approve your loan and just need to provide verification to the information they're reviewing. For example, if you have missed payment on your credit report, your underwriter may be more lenient with you if they know it's because you had an unexpected medical expense or an auto repair bill close to the credit card's due date. And finally, tip number 3. Well, go back to tip number 2. I like tip number 2. Here's one that just happened just the other day. I had somebody say to me that, we're doing a meeting about solar. And the presenter made the comment, well, if you have solar on your house with us, we don't report to the credit bureaus. It's a lease on the solar. What do you think they're doing? Well, they're not reporting to the credit bureaus, but they probably have a lien on the property or a UCC1 filing. One of the two. It's secured somehow. So what that really means is if you don't divulge that, if you don't disclose that, then your underwriter is going to find it with all of the different background work that they do. So there is background work on a service called LexisNexis. CoreLogic has something called Fraud Guard. I don't like the name because it doesn't mean you're anybody's fraudulent. They're just doing background work. It's going to show up. Now, if it shows up at the 11th hour on the title search, you may have a problem closing on time because now you've got to start with go back to underwriting and get that all done again. So don't try and hide anything. Tip number 3, do not apply for any new credit lines during underwriting. It can be tempting to go out and get new furniture for the home you're buying, but you will want to think twice about making any large purchases before you close on your loan. Any major financial changes in spending can cause problems during the underwrite process. New lines of credit or loans could interrupt this process. Also, avoid making any purchases that could decrease your assets. Once the underwriting decision has been made, you can go forward with buying appliances and furniture. I'm going to say wait until after you close, right? Don't take it on because there's going to be a pre-closing credit report. It's called PCCR. Wait until after you close. It's just easier and safer. Always remember that we are here to help you through the process. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to call. Just always, your loan officer, in most instances, is working as hard as they can to get you the loan. They want you to close. They want you to close on time. They don't want you to have any extra issues or problems. So the bottom line is help them help you. If you help them help you, you're going to have it made. It's going to be a lot easier for you. And as always, I'm going to share with you, hey, go and get the free app. We've got the best app on the market. RonIsMyLender.com. RonIsMyLender.com. You can go and get our app, download it, put it on your phone. It's got all kinds of great information right there. RonIsMyLender.com. And you can get that free app. It'll allow you to connect with us. It'll allow you to get payment scenarios. A lot of different beautiful things right there on the app. And then if you're thinking about buying, don't hesitate to go and grab get registered rsrhomescout.com. rsrhomescout.com. No advertising on there. So your name's not going to be sold to anybody. You go on rsrhomescout.com, put in where you want to be moving to, where you want to live. Tell us how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. Do you want a pool in the backyard? There's all kinds of parameters, what the price point is. And you're going to be able to see everything that's available in that area. And it costs you nothing. And it gets you no advertising. I like that idea. No advertising. It's not like going on one of the big companies' websites where they make their money by selling your data. I don't make any money by selling data. We do this broadcast every day and make no money out of it. In fact, it costs us money to do it. We got a team of people, great folks in the background that are producing and engineering the show. And we bring this to you so you have a great experience as you go through and buy your new house, as you go through and refinance, as you go through and just contemplate what it is that you want out of life. Do you want to be able to retire? I'm just going to throw that out there to you. It's available as long as you go and get the financial plan in order. And that includes the liability side of your balance sheet. Liabilities, you're spending more money on interest every year than you save, most people. So wouldn't you want to manage that as much as your other accounts? You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, let's see, making your home green with an energy-efficient mortgage. Talk about that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-3. Oh, we got our better out. I got our schedule off today. Got our better outcome. So we got not better outcome. We've got our real-time real estate. Something's coming up. Remote work trends mean flexibility for first-time home buyers and more. Reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Are you like many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis. rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, the real-time real estate segment today. Being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Visit rsrhomescout.com, rsrhomescout.com. Remote work trends mean flexibility for first-time home buyers. Today's low inventory can be challenging for home buyers, especially if you're looking to purchase your first home. But if you're one of the many people who work remotely, you may have a great opportunity to use the flexibility you have at work to achieve your home buying goals this year. In a recent report, Arch Capital Services explains how the ongoing trend of remote work can open up more options for home buyers. Quote, this will enable those who are able to work from home on a part-time or hybrid basis to move slightly farther away from job centers. For workers who secure full-time remote jobs, their place of residence will be determined by affordability and personal preferences, unquote. Basically, working from home is great news if you're a first-time buyer trying to find a home that meets your needs and budget. Here's a deeper look at how it could benefit you. Extra flexibility in your career means extra flexibility in your home search. If your job is 100% remote, you don't have to be tied to a specific location or office. So if you've been having a hard time finding what you want in your local area, it may be time to expand your search. One option you can consider is moving to a place where you've always wanted to live, like the mountains, beach, or closer to loved ones. When you broaden your search radius to include those locations, it'll give you additional homes to consider. It could also allow you to search for a more affordable location where you have more options in your price range. This can help you achieve two goals: saving money and finding additional features that meet your needs. To truly highlight this benefit, a recent First American article discusses the great ways remote work can really help you with home buying goals. Ksenia Potapov, economist at First American, says, quote, for potential first-time home buyers, leveraging their house buying power in more affordable markets can also help them buy more attractive homes, more square footage and rooms, more options for different home styles and neighborhood amenities, increasing the opportunity to find a home that suits their preferences, unquote. That means you can work flexibility. You can use your work flexibility to search for homes with amenities you need at a lower price point. Bottom line, remote work doesn't just give you expanded flexibility for your career. If you're no longer tied to a location because of your office, you have a great opportunity to expand your housing search. Let's chat. Hey, even remember this. Even if you think the property that you want is out of your budget, let's chat, because there might be a way to get it back into your budget by using some of the tools that our team has to offer. You have to set up a consultation. We'll chat with you about what you want. But remember, home sellers are interested in the price of the home. Let's say 900,000, a million, $1,000,001. Buyers are concerned with the cost of the home. $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month, $5,000 a month. That's the difference between the two. So let's think about that. As interest rates go up, in some instances, your buying power may be diminishing. But is it really? Maybe there's a way that you can actually increase that buying power by using some strategic options. So you might think that you've got $1 million budget. Strategically, you might be able to go to $1,050,000 and have that $1 million payment. We'll chat about that. That's part of the programs that we talk about on Ron Siegel Radio, and part of the programs that our private clients are hearing all the time from us. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, making your home green with an energy-efficient mortgage and more goodies to give away. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com, facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, shame on you. But the replay is available. Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Ron Siegel Radio. Your home and mortgage connection.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694452.
Many of your neighbors trying to figure out how to pay off your debts so you can retire someday? Build bigger savings. Invest in opportunities. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Debt will destroy 50% of Americans from being able to retire earlier and with more. What if you could have a guaranteed program that could show you how to eliminate all of your debt in 10 years or less, all without having to spend more each month than you spend right now? Yes, that's correct. All without spending more from your checkbook each month than you are today. Get your free analysis today to see if you qualify. Visit rsrnodebt.com. Log on today for your free analysis, rsrnodebt.com. No purchase necessary. The free analysis takes only 2 minutes. rsrnodebt.com. Ron Siegel Radio is your home and mortgage connection. Go to rsrnodebt.com. rsrnodebt.com. Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@RonSiegelRadio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender. Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Better Outcomes segment brought to you by mycdlp.com, mycdlp.com. So sometimes our Better Outcomes segments get to be a little long, and maybe you're not getting divorced. I hope you're not. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you what our better outcome segment is. And we're going to post into the show notes a link to where we've done the better outcome segment in its entirety. Better outcome segment brought to you by mycdlp.com, mycdlp.com. What real property details matter in divorce mortgage planning. The details of real property involved in a divorce situation can play various factors when mortgage financing is needed. In today's Better Outcomes segment, we are going to address some of the more commonly overlooked details. The two most often questions regarding real property during divorce: what it's worth. RSRHomescout.com has that answer. How much do I get? RonIsMyLender.com, that has that answer on the app. These are fair questions for the marital balance sheet. However, when the marital home is being retained by one party, a few more details need to be addressed to ensure optimal mortgage financing for the borrowing spouse. Questions we need to talk about: who's on the title and why does it matter? Who's on the current mortgage? Why does that matter? A lot of information right there. How is the real property value determined and why does it matter? Are you going to use an appraisal or a comparative market analysis? You can start out getting the value at rsrhomescout.com. Got that right there for you. A lot of great information in the report. And I think if you're dealing with any kind of real property, the place to start, even maybe before you even select your team, your divorcing team, is go to mydymworkbook.com, mydymworkbook.com. Now, you're going to fill out that workbook right there, mydymworkbook.com. Fill out the workbook, send it back to us. We'll create a report for you, giving you a lot of data that maybe you haven't thought about when it comes to your divorce. My DYM workbook, free tool. So everything we've talked about. We gave you several different tools in the Better Outcome segment today. So you've got the mydymworkbook.com. That's going to start anybody that's got any kind of real property. You need to be filling out this workbook. Send it back to us and we'll get you some information there. Get the valuation of your property. The best place to start on that is rsrhomescout.com. rsrhomescout.com. That's the best place to get that data. And then to try and figure out, can you afford to buy out the mortgage? Can you afford to keep the mortgage? Right there, ronismylender.com. ronismylender.com. Download the app. It goes on your phone. None of this has any advertising. I'm not selling your data. No one on our team sells your data. That's not what we do. That is the Better Outcome segment brought to you by mycdlp.com. mycdlp.com. You can go right on there. MyCDLP, Certified Divorce Lending Professional. MyCDLP. We do not give legal advice. We don't give tax advice. What we do is we understand some of the legal and tax implications of real property, the real estate, and the mortgage. And as part of the divorce team, we'll share that information so that maybe you have a better outcome. And that's why we call it the Better Outcome segment, brought to you by mycdlp.com. You know, I don't get into too much greenery, but I know we all want a great green planet. I don't know anybody, I've never heard anybody say, no, well, most of you probably aren't old enough to remember. In the 70s, yes, I am that old, you could actually see the air in Southern California, right? Especially you fly in from somewhere, landing on an airplane, 70s and 80s, you can fly in and you'd actually see the brown air in Southern California. We've done a great job of cleaning that up. But I don't know anybody that wants to go back to that. So we do want the green energy or clean energy. Are you looking to make your home a green home? If so, an energy efficient mortgage may be just the solution for you. In this workshop, I'm going to share what you need to know about energy efficient mortgage options. An energy efficient mortgage, or EEM, can be used to buy a home or refinance your existing home. And EEM takes into account the cost savings that accrue to the homeowner as a result of lower utility bills. The value of utility savings is used by the lender to provide more favorable financing terms to the borrower, such as a better debt-to-income qualifying ratio that enables you to qualify for a larger loan amount and a better, more energy-efficient home. To obtain an EEM, you typically must have a home energy rater or other trained professional conduct a home energy assessment or rating before financing is approved. This assessment verifies for the lender that the home is energy efficient or will be energy efficient after energy efficient improvements are completed, and provides the lender with the estimated monthly energy savings and the value of energy efficiency measures, known as energy savings value. EEMs are sponsored by federally insured mortgage programs, FHA and VA, and the conventional secondary mortgage market. Lenders can offer conventional EEMs, FHA EEMs, and VA EEMs. Conventional energy efficient mortgage. Well, that's the conventional EEMs, may increase your purchasing power when making energy efficient upgrades to your home at the time of purchase or refinance. With Fannie Mae's home style energy mortgage, you can make upgrades to reduce utility costs and improve the comfort and safety of your home by financing energy improvements directly in a purchase or refinance mortgage. Upgrades may also include solar, geothermal, or wind power. Federal Housing Administration, FHA, Energy Efficient Mortgage Program. FHA Energy Efficient Mortgage Program, EEM, allows you to save money on utility bills by financing energy efficient improvements with your FHA insured mortgage. Under its EEM program, FHA insures the mortgage used to purchase or refinance a principal residence and the cost of energy efficient improvements to be made on the home. You only need to qualify for the loan amount used to purchase or refinance a home, and do not need to qualify for the portion of the loan to be used to refinance the energy efficient improvements. The energy efficient improvements that are financed must be cost effective and can include the cost of materials, labor, inspections, and the cost of a home energy assessment by a qualified energy assessor. Veterans Affairs Energy Efficient Mortgage. The U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, EEM, is available to qualified military personnel, reservists, and veterans for energy improvements when purchasing an existing home. A VA EEM is a fantastic way to finance improvements for your home, especially when used in conjunction with other VA loan products like a streamlined refinance. There are many updates you are eligible to make with a VA EEM, including installing a solar water heater or insulating the current one, adding solar panels, weatherproofing additions such as caulking, modifying furnace efficiency, adding new insulation to walls, the ceilings, etc., installing a storm door or windows. There are also a few ineligible VA EEM home improvements you need to be aware of, including Energy Star rated appliances, doesn't qualify, AC units, vinyl siding, new roof or shingles. None of those qualify. Whatever you want to do to make your home green, not paint, be sure to check with your mortgage lender and find out if combining an EEM mortgage with your mortgage may be a good option for you. Just a little bit of data there for you. If you got any questions about your energy efficient mortgage questions, just give me a call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Let's see what else. We've got some other stuff to give away today. I'm sure I always have stuff to give away. One of the things that we've still been talking about and we've been getting a lot of response to is getting all of your debts paid off. rsrnodebt.com, rsrnodebt.com. Do you want to have all your debts paid off? Do you want to have your mortgage paid off under 10 years? Credit cards, student loans, car payments? It all takes debt planning, liability planning. That's what we're always talking about. Why do I push the liability planning so much? Yes, I was a financial advisor at Merrill Lynch way back when. I was a financial advisor at Merrill Lynch. What does Merrill Lynch advise? Assets. Do you have $250,000 in assets? Do you have $500,000 in assets? Do you have $1 million in assets? Most people say no. Do you have $250,000 in liabilities? Do you have $500,000 in liabilities or $1 million in liabilities? A lot of people say yes to that question because they've got a large liability. That's called a mortgage. Then you've got student loan liabilities. You've got auto loan liabilities, credit card liabilities. Maybe you've got some furniture loans that you took out. I don't know what you might have. You got a lot of liabilities, but nobody really manages those. You just make the payment, and you say, "Oh, I made the payment. I'm happy. I'm good." I even hear people that go on vacation with their liabilities, right? So they use a credit card, and they say, "Well, I can pay it off over the next 300 years," because that's what it's going to take. If you put it on a 29% credit card, that means your liability doubles every 29%. That means it's going to double every 2.5 years. So you went on that really nice $5,000 vacation, you put it on your credit card, and every 2 years that doubles. Was it $10,000 nice or $20,000 nice? Oh, wait. You're making a minimum payment. You're paying off $35 a month. How long do you think that's going to take? Yes, about 300 years. All in interest. That's why we have rsrnodebt.com. We're going to show you exactly how you can pay that off. What is your blended household interest rate? Oh, you don't know? Well, you should. I've offered this free calculator tool to you all the time. All you have to do is send a copy. Well, on rsrnodebt.com, there, once you complete that, we're going to send you back a little report. And it's going to say, what are your debts? What's your mortgage? What's your payment? What's your interest rate? What's your balance? It's going to look at your credit cards. Again, balance, payment, interest rate. Auto loan, same thing. Balance, payment, interest rate. Student loan, balance. You're not making a payment. We don't have to. No interest. But do you want to have it paid off? What do you think it's going to take to have a very, very enjoyable retirement? No debt, right? That's what it's going to take, is no debt. And the sooner you get there, the sooner you can retire. Now, I'm old, right? So when am I going to retire? I enjoy what I do. I love helping people. Now, are you at the point that you're doing what you do because you want to do it or because you have to do it? Think about that part of it. Is it a want to or is it a have to? Well, when you have no debt, maybe it'll be a want to, right? Because I just had a consultation yesterday. A young lady works at Disneyland, and the consultation was, hey, let's buy our first house. And once you buy that house and you're ready for the next move-up house, instead of selling that first house, what happens if we refinance it, take the equity out, and buy that next house, rent out the first house? Now, once you've done that 4 or 5 times, you're at the point of want to. You're working because you want to, not because you have to. So go to the site, RSR, Ron Siegel Radio, nodebt.com. It's all space, no spaces, rsrnodebt.com. Fill out the form, see if it makes sense to you, and just go in and run with it. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want that safe and secure retirement? Why wouldn't you want to have less stress in your life? Can you imagine what would it be like if you could pay off a mortgage every 3 to 4 years? Think about that concept. Now, will it work for you? I don't know. I don't know your situation. Once you fill out the form, then I'll know your situation and we'll be able to give you better answers. And you might even find out that you're closer than you think on all of these things. Also, make sure your credit report is maximized, is accurate. rsrcreditbook.com, rsrcreditbook.com. We give that away free as well. rsrcreditbook.com. So got a lot of things that we're giving away to you. Again, it's all educational, all to try and make things better for you, to give you a better life and enjoy what you've got. If you want to see how the credit payoffs work, we actually did a scenario for a family, rsrrapidpayoff.com, rsrrapidpayoff.com. You can actually go right there and see how this worked for one family. I've taken off their names and their non-public information, but rsrrapidpayoff.com is going to give you that information. As always, I ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean, who are engineering us today. And Levin's with us again. And a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
I'd like to call him something. I think I'll just call it a day.